Join me as I take on the challenge of planning my dream trip today, and let's see if I can make it happen. Planning a dream trip is an incredible way to create unforgettable travel experiences. It's a chance to escape the monotony of daily life, recharge, and make lifelong memories. But why is it so important to invest time in planning these trips? It's because the excitement and anticipation leading up to the trip are just as important as the trip itself. With a well-planned trip, you can minimize stress, maximize your travel time, and make the most of your hard-earned vacation days. So many of us have been there, stuck in front of our computers, scrolling through endless travel websites, trying to find the perfect destination, accommodation, and activities. The more we search, the more overwhelmed we become. We get bogged down by budget constraints, time limitations, and decision fatigue. We start to question whether it's all worth it. Should I spend a bit more on accommodation or stick to my budget? What if I miss out on a must-see attraction? What if I forget to pack something essential? The stress and anxiety start to kick in, and before we know it, our dream trip becomes a source of frustration rather than excitement. But what if I told you that it's not just you? That millions of people around the world face the same challenges when it comes to planning their trips? It's true! We're all in this together, and that's why it's so important to take a step back, breathe, and break down the planning process into manageable chunks. We need to choose a destination that excites us, budget accordingly, create an itinerary that balances relaxation and adventure, and find ways to make the most of our travel experience. It's a lot to take in, but trust me, it's worth it. The first step to planning a trip is to pick your destination and dates that you can work with. Think about the type of trip that you want to take. For example, the beach, the mountains, sightseeing, relaxation, so on and so forth, and research destination that align with that type of trip. When picking dates of travel, if possible, take into considering things such as weather in the area you'll be traveling to, local events, peak versus off-peak seasons, pricing, and what will be open. If your dates are flexible, let pricing help guide you into picking the dates. The next step in planning your trip will be to set a budget. Accommodation, food, transportation, and activities are the major expenses you'll need to consider. Use a travel budgeting app like Travel Wallet to help you estimate costs and stick to your budget. Account for extra cost you may encounter, such as any required visas, travel insurance, and souvenirs. Now you will need to book transportation. Of course, what type of transportation you are using will depend on where you are located and where you are traveling to. The most common way for people to travel for vacation is to fly. Use flight comparison tools such as Google Flights, Skyscanner, or Kayak to find deals. Book early if you plan on traveling during peak season. You also need to take into consideration how you will be getting around while at your destination. Will you need a one-time airport to hotel transfer? Will you need to rent a car for your entire trip? If so, this should be booked in advance. Pro tip: rental car prices can often fluctuate greatly. You can always modify or cancel a reservation if better pricing is available, as payment is not due until the rental is picked up. Now you know where you want to go, when you want to go, and how you're going to get there. You need to figure out what type of accommodation you want. Your options for accommodations include hotels or resorts, apartment or room share rentals. Those sites such as Airbnb, hostels, or vacation rentals, depending on your preference and budget. Each of these options may have extra fees such as resort fees or cleaning fees, so be sure to check your total price. You want to pick an area that is near sites and activities so that you can save time and money on local travel while on vacation. Check reviews on sites such as TripAdvisor and Google Reviews for insights into each property's highlights and lows. Now you have to decide on what you'd like to see and do while on your trip. Make a list of must-see sites, attractions, and dining spots in the area. Create an itinerary that is flexible and allows time for spontaneous adventures or days off to just relax. Consider booking popular activities and tours in advance, especially during peak times. Use travel forums and local guides for insider tips on hidden gems and local experiences. Now for the more practical aspects of planning a vacation. You'll want to prepare necessary travel documents. Ensure your passport is up to date, valid for at least 6 months beyond travel dates. Check if you need a visa or special permits for your destination, and apply ahead of time. Make digital and physical copies of your passport, ID, travel insurance, tickets, and other important documents. Download travel apps and offline maps use. Use apps like Google Maps, download offline maps, Roam Trio for transit options, and Google Translate. Local transport and food delivery apps like Uber or DoorDash may also be handy. You should also prepare for local currency and payment methods. Research the local currency, exchange rates, and preferred payment methods, cash or card. Inform your bank of your travel dates to avoid card issues abroad, and consider bringing a travel-friendly credit card with no foreign transaction fees. Of course, you can't go anywhere without packing for your trip. Watch the Travel Smarts Travel Essentials video to help you pack without the stress. Keep in mind that in most places you will be able to replace anything you may have forgotten. As you get closer to your departure date, confirm that all your reservations are in fact made and still valid. Last but not least, enjoy the journey. Embrace any unexpected detours or challenges, as these often make the best memories. I hope you've enjoyed this video and are feeling inspired to start planning your own dream trip. Remember, the key is to take your time, stay organized, and be open to new experiences. And if you're feeling stuck, don't be afraid to reach out to a travel expert or use a travel app to help you along the way. What's your dream destination? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're looking for more travel tips and insights, be sure to check out my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Thanks for watching, and happy travels!